Hey there, this is Gina Minyard. I am an authorized teacher of Nilakanta meditation as taught in Blue Thread Yoga. This Saturday at Yoga Collective at 3:30 p.m., I'm offering a free talk on meditation, particularly Nilakanta meditation, but including within that a bigger talk on why do we meditate, what are the benefits of meditation, and also, what are some of the big misconceptions about what meditation is. Most people I talk to about meditation, I hear from them, they say, "Oh, I've tried meditating, but it just doesn't work for me. My mind is too busy." And that is a fundamental misunderstanding of what meditation is about. It's the assumption that somehow we can, from effort on the surface of the mind, close our eyes and just make all that stop so that we can sort of peer into the deeper levels of our mind that are more still and tranquil. And that's just not how it works. What is required is a tool that opens up the mind to its own inner depths. And without that present, if one just tries to close their eyes and meditate, and yes, there's various, I would call them meditative practices that begin this process that we can learn in general ways. But the instruction, if the instruction begins with, okay, close your eyes and quiet your mind, this is going to most of the time be not only fruitless but frustrating. So, how does deep meditation work? The inward current of meditation is already present, just like the outward current of your awareness is always happening. You open your eyes and your senses flow out and you take in the world around you. Well, the inward current of meditation is just as there and just as present and just as natural as that. The challenge is to locate that current at in the mind that is, yes, so busy. And that's just the nature of the mind, to be active, to generate these waves of thoughts, to always feel busy. And so that activity at the surface can be so intense that we just can't really perceive that way inward. And to kind of fight at it, or to just always have to have such a process leading up to it, like you have to do an hour of yoga, you have to light your incense, you have to create a mood of trying to feel more tranquil, you have to do all these things to just maybe get a little more of a glimpse in there. That is one way to do it. But what Nilakanta meditation offers is an empowered technique that, when you add it into your process of meditation, just naturally and automatically turns the mind's attention inward to its own deeper layers. And when that happens, the current of awareness will naturally follow that inward turning. So the mind does start to get more settled and quiet, but not by trying to make it happen. And even when thoughts continue at the surface of the mind, you actually will still be meditating. Meditation doesn't even need to, while the meditation is happening, to somehow, again, not have other thoughts, to be distracted by other thoughts. It's like that's, again, is not an obstacle, and never an obstacle to meditation, to deep meditation. So with this inward turn and this settling in, even right away from your first meditation, you can sometimes get a glimpse and begin to taste not only a stillness that's there, but really this sense of sweetness and, yes, serenity, of something very, very good inside of yourself that really all of us are yearning to make more of a contact with, that our bodies and our minds are just so utterly rejuvenated when we can settle back into that place. And over time, what happens when you meditate regularly is that, yes, the mind starts to get more clear. Even when you're out in your day and you're going about your activities, the mind becomes a more clear sort of a vehicle of comprehension and also expression. It's a beautiful thing. But we can't say that that's where we start from to make meditation happen. Again, that has been a frustration for so many people. So I'm here to tell you that everyone can meditate, especially with a technique that is so easy to learn, and it's learned in a traditional and empowered way that makes it very potent. It makes it very effective for this process of meditation, and anyone can learn it. It doesn't depend on anything, on your belief systems or your personal background, or what whether you think you have a predisposition to meditation or not. You don't even have to do yoga. A lot of people feel like, well, I have to be a postural yogi to meditate, and that's one thing I love about this practice. While it's so great for everybody, and I love it as it's actually more important to me, honestly, than my asana, my physical practice, because I feel like what happens when I meditate is only sort of deepened and expressed through my physical asana practice. And there's a richness and depth that I get from that it wouldn't be the same without it. But whether or not you twist yourself into poses or not, you can just sit comfortably and close your eyes and have this wonderful experience of just in a natural way that's easy and effortless, to settle into something that's already there inside of you. And really, this is this meditation practice, and what it brings to life then is this greater connection to what supports life at the deeper and deepest levels. And it transforms life from that place. There's a greater sense of feeling nourished and more creative, more free, less bound by our restrictive reactions, and even all the ways that life has impacted us so far. We just become more and more over time free from that. And even when we do our practice and feel like, oh, maybe nothing major, seemingly happened in that meditation, it's not about the actual experience of meditation that we're interested in, but the practice of, repeated, regular, daily meditation practice, having a cumulative impact on the body and the mind to where, again, our outer experience of life actually opens up. There's so much to say about this. This is, why I'm offering this free talk at Yoga Collective tomorrow. I'm also available anytime to, if you can't make that talk and you want to just set up a time with me to talk more about it and answer your questions about it. It's such an extraordinary practice. And I feel like it's a form of meditating that's not as well understood. A lot of us have ideas of what meditation's about. We've maybe dabbled here and dabbled there. If you're ready for a practice that is like really something to kind of to sink your teeth into, and to actually have a sustained experience of what it is to deeply meditate and to feel its effects in your life, like this practice really brings that forward. And you can take it on as just a way of supporting life on a very practical level, even as through Blue Thread Yoga there is avenues to deepen your studies, your experience. Those of you who are feeling the pull to go very, very deeply into something very profound in yourself and in life, and walking that path a little more fully. So you don't have to come to this free talk to learn the meditation practice. That I'm actually offering that the following weekend, the weekend of over the long weekend of the 19th, January 19th. It's a 2-day process that involves Sunday the 19th and then the Saturday or the Friday before that for another short session. So you can still come to that. And I'm happy to tell you more about that. There's a link in my bio that directs you to my website page about all of this. You can look at my website directly as well at ginaminyard.com. And that's also my email, gina@ginaminyard.com. So thanks for listening. And this time of, a lot of stuff happening in the world right now. And I feel like my meditation practices just really helps me to show up, from a place that's not reactive, that's not, fearful, but to show up with almost like a ferocity of what is important, what I stand for, what I feel strengthened by through this practice. And it's a delight to share, and just, would love to support your questions you may have, or just, and especially to offer you this practice. So you can reach out, you can write questions in the comments below as well, or send me a direct message here. All the ways to get in touch. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.